everybody, John here, and I've talked to most of you about this in person, but if you don't know, or if you need a reminder, every week your kids are being sent home with something that looks just about like this. And this is the family discipleship plan that we send home with the kiddos. Now, it's a little bit of a thicker packet than you might expect to come home from Sunday school. So I wanted to make a quick video and just explain what it is. What is the family discipleship plan, and why am I sending this big packet home every week? I joke with the kids, I'm like, here's your parents' homework for the week. They always go, yeah, my parents have homework. And it is kind of substantial. So what's going on here, and how can you understand it and use it in a way that's not so overwhelming in the middle of a busy week? Because trust me, I get it. You get home from work and you want to get supper ready, and you got to take care of dishes and make sure your pets are fed and get your kids tubbied and get them in bed. And there's so much to do in the midst of a busy week, particularly after a stressful day at work, that dealing with a packet like this to disciple your kids is just one more thing, and it's really hard to conceive of. So what is this, and how can you use it well? The family discipleship plan that I give out every week is really designed in a big picture way to help us live into our mission at St. Paul's of making disciples. Right? And here at St. Paul's, we believe that parents are the primary disciplers of their children, that you all, as the parents, should be the ones who are primarily investing in the spiritual lives of your kids and raising your kids up in the way they should go. And our job at the church is to come alongside you, support you, to be another voice speaking into your kids' lives, affirming the faith that you guys have. But you as the parents really are the centerpiece in your kids' life of faith. And so we want to provide you with resources and tools that can help you to be that in the midst of your busy and sometimes hectic lives. And that is what this booklet is seeking to be, is that kind of resource. Now, within the Family Discipleship Guide, on the very first page, I have a short letter which explains what it is. And there's 3 parts to the Family Discipleship Guide. The first part is very brief. It's about a paragraph. It's called the summary. And here I have a little lesson overview, kind of the way the lesson was structured in general, what the kids learned, maybe some of the things the kids would have experienced in Sunday school. I have a key point, so like a one-liner. This is the key point from Sunday school. And then I have a memory verse, a verse that the kids should be working on memorizing that really draws on the main lesson for the week. That would be good for them to really hone in on and memorize. So that's lesson number 1, or part number 1, is the summary. Part number 2, I call FYI, right? So you have your summary, and then going deeper, FYI. What's FYI? It is a commentary on the main scripture that I put together from various resources and knowledge that I have. And then it's also points from our catechism that connect well with the lesson. Now, why do I provide this extra information? Sometimes kids ask really difficult questions, and they want to know things, right? They want to know about faith, and sometimes they look like they're not paying attention, but sometimes out of nowhere, bang, they'll hit you with a question about a scripture you just don't know about. It happens to me, and I'm in seminary, right? And so what I'm hoping to provide with this section, FYI, again, is that background on the scripture, so that if your kids ask a question, you can say, I'm not sure, but Pastor John gave us this packet. I'm going to go do a little research and get back to you. So it's a resource to help you invest in the spiritual lives of your kids. And then also the catechism, our catechism, which is called To Be a Christian, an Anglican Catechism, is a fantastic resource. It outlines so many important parts of our faith. And so I include points in the catechism that connect with the lesson, just as a supplemental thing to give you a different angle on the lesson and to help fill out the information there. So we've got a summary of the lesson. We've got FYI, which is going deeper, which is really just a resource for you as parents to help you answer your kids' questions. And maybe, you'll learn things and you can help in your own spiritual formation as well. The third part is perhaps the most practical. So if you're not going to remember anything, remember part 3, which is the family devotions. And what I've done, I've taken from our prayer book, the family evening prayer service, so that our prayer book has the daily office, morning prayer, noonday prayer, evening prayer, compline, and then it also has family versions, which are much shorter. And my daughter Eliza really enjoys, and my son Josiah really enjoys praying these. They love helping to lead it and get involved with it. It only takes a few minutes to get through the service. It is so simple. You can do it, right after dinner, before you have dessert, or however you do it in your family. We'll do it during dinner. It takes us like 5 minutes at most. So the kids really enjoy it. It's a nice way to wind down the day. And so I've taken, so you don't have to flip through your prayer book, I've taken the service and then I've put it in the packet just as a Word document. And then at a point where you can lift up your own prayers, I've inserted just a couple discussion questions based on the lesson, right? And so it's just a way to reflect on the lesson for the week and then seek to keep the discussion going and seek applying it to the life of your family. Again, as you seek to disciple your kids so they can know and love the Lord and be the people God made them to be. And there's 3 of these daily devotionals, okay? So the goal is that us as families, we would sit down 3 times a week and that we would pray this family evening prayer service, which again is super short, and have, even if it's a short discussion, a significant discussion about faith and about Jesus with our family. And however that works well for your family, again, this is just a resource. I pray that it's a blessing to you. Again, we find in our family that doing it, over dinner or right after dinner works really well because, we're all gathered together. 3 nights a week is super doable. You don't want to do more than that because with practices and games and schedules and work meetings at night, things get crazy. But 3 nights a week seems like it's a doable thing. So that's what's in this packet. So if you get this packet, you don't need to be super overwhelmed by it. I know, the one from the week of October 2nd is 10 pages long. But take it and use it for what it is. There's a summary to tell you what your kids learned, FYI to help in your own formation, to answer questions your kids might have. And then at the end, 3 days of daily devotionals. I really pray that these will be a blessing to you. Do me a favor, and just for 2 weeks or something, just use it, and then let me know how it goes. I'm really curious how it can help your family. Just tell your kids this is an experiment, and then let me know how it could be more helpful, ways to format it differently, and just ways that we can better serve you, because we want to do things here at St. Paul's that are going to be a blessing to you as parents, and they're going to help you in your own spiritual life, and they're going to help you shepherd your kids. So I really love some good constructive feedback on this. This is a bit of an experiment, and looking forward to hearing how it's going. God bless you guys, and let's dive into this family discipleship plan together and see how it goes. God bless you.